Hey friends, this is week 11 of our art class. So, has anyone been feeling a little bit stressed or icky lately? Yeah, I think that this week, because of all of the crazy things going on in the world and in our country, a lot of the adults around us are feeling pretty stressed. I know that I have. And so, have you ever noticed that when the people around you are feeling stressed, that you tend to feel a little stressed too? Yeah. So today in our art class, we are going to be doing something called a Zentangle. A Zentangle is a fun exercise that helps you to relax. And then we're going to be practicing using warm and cool colors when we're coloring our picture. I'm really excited to do this with you. Has anyone seen anything like this before? What do you notice? I see lots of different types of line. Now, do you think that this artist just came in and scribbled all over the place? No. Do you think that this artist carefully added their lines and thought about where they were going to go next? Yeah. So we're going to do something like this. Then we're going to talk about something called warm and cool colors. When I say warm colors, what do you think of? When I think of warm, I think of a fire where I can roast some marshmallows. So when you think of warm colors, I want you guys to think of fire colors, like red, orange, and yellow. In art, those are called warm colors. And another trick is anytime you see a color that you think has a lot of red or orange or yellow in it, that's probably a warm color. What about cool colors? What do you think of? I think of ice or water, or maybe when you touch grass and it feels really cold. So green grass, blue water, and also purple, because purple has a lot of blue in it. And so if it's a purple that looks like it has a lot of blue in it, then that's a cool purple. In order to add our warm and cool colors, we need to have something to color. So we're actually going to start by drawing a mug on a table. The first thing I want you guys to do is, in the middle of your page, somewhere, I want you to draw a long, skinny oval. After you draw that long, skinny oval, you are going to draw one curved line down, curve it around this way, and then curve it back up. It doesn't have to be shaped just like mine. Now, on the side, we're going to draw a C or backward C. And then another one, a little bit bigger. That's going to be our cup's handle. And now the bottom of my cup is kind of curved, so I think I'm going to give it a base or a plate that it's going to sit on. So I'm going to do another little curved oval down here. I want my cup to look 3D. So if my light is coming from this side, where's my shadow coming from? That's right, the other side. So I'm going to use some curved lines to create my shadows. I'm also going to add a shadow on my handle. And remember, my shadow is not only going to be on the outside, but it's going to be on the inside too. And I don't know if you guys remember, just like with our little volcano or craters that we did a few weeks ago, we want there to be a shadow on the inside of our mug also. So I'm going to do a shadow over here. Remember, when it's on the inside, it's actually on the opposite side of the rest of your shadows. If you sketched this with a pencil, I would recommend going over it with a marker or a pen or something darker. That way we can see it a little bit better later. Now I want it to look like my mug is sitting on top of a table. So, just like we did when we were creating space before, we want it to look like the edge of our table is a little further away. So we're going to start drawing a line a little higher up. When we hit our mug, we're going to stop. And then we're going to start again on the other side and keep going. And I'm going to make that line nice and dark because I don't want to lose it later with what we do. And you can go in and make your shadow for your mug a little longer. It's up to you. All right. Now that I have my sketch and my shapes, I'm ready for my next step, which is the Zentangle. Now, my Zentangle is going to be made up of a bunch of different lines. So the one thing I don't want you to do is to scribble all over your paper. Now that would make me really sad because you'd lose all these beautiful details. So instead of scribbling all over your paper, what you're going to do is you're going to start thinking carefully about what kinds of lines you can draw. And so I'm going to start out with some wavy lines. And then I can maybe turn into some zigzags. My marker's running out, so I'm going to use a different one. And then maybe some fire lines. And I'm actually going to keep going over my cup, but I'm still going very carefully as I'm drawing my lines. I promise we're not ruining it. We are going to make this look really cool soon. You can do some little water waves. You can do some little loop-de-loops. And we're just going to focus on relaxing. It's been a crazy few weeks. We're slowing our brain down, letting it think of different ways of filling the paper, and trying to relax until we've completely filled our page. And then we can always go back and add some extra little details in some areas too. Now that I'm ready to color, I'm going to be starting with some warm colors. Now, warm colors, remember, are like fire colors or any color that has red or yellow in it. So pink counts too because pink is just a light red or a red with some white added. Remember, a trick to coloring neatly is tracing the shape that you're drawing first and then carefully coloring on the inside. Once you finish coloring your cup, you can blend the colors together with your yellow if you want. It's up to you. You don't have to do this part. I just think it looks cool when I blend my warm colors together with yellow. If you don't have crayons, that's all right. You can use any art material for this as long as you're coloring. And you can make your shadows look even cooler by pressing extra hard with a darker color like your red. And then it looks like your cup is even more 3D. So once you've drawn the inside of your cup and you've colored it with your warm colors, we're ready to start with some cool colors on the outside of our cup. Now remember, cool colors are like water or grass or purple flowers or purple ice cream, I don't know. So they have blue in them. So I'm going to do the same thing and carefully outline my shapes and color them in. And I'm going to do that on the table around my cup. Just like you did with the inside of your mug, you can add darker shadows by pressing harder with your colors on the outside too. That'll make it look very 3D. So wherever my shadows are, I'm going to press extra hard with my writing tools. Once you finish coloring the outside, if you want, you can use a lighter blue to blend your cool colors together. You don't have to do this part, but it kind of looks nice once they get a little blended, I think. This part's up to you. For the rest of your page, you can color it however you want. You pick the colors that you want for the wall behind your mug. Your objectives. Number 1, I can draw a cup using an oval and curved lines. I can use shadows to create the effect of 3D picture. Number 2, I can fill my entire page with curved lines or a Zentangle. And then I can completely color my page using warm colors for the inside of my cup, cool colors for the outside of my cup on the table, and for the wall, I can choose the colors that I want to add. Sus objetivos en español. Yo puedo dibujar una taza usando un óvalo y líneas curvas. Yo puedo añadir sombras a mi taza para crear el efecto de 3D. Número 2. Yo puedo colorear mi página completamente usando colores cålindo, entre de mi taza y colores frescos para mi mesa. Para la pared, tú puedes elegir